but I probably would give up Noel or Rubio for a player.
Yeah, I wouldn't be reluctant to give up Rubio. And did you I want to get into Rubio's comments after last night's game. He was being brutally honest. He basically said, like, I just don't feel like we're building something here right now. And
Yeah.
he's right, but was that the right thing to say?
No.
Especially after we bring in a new coach, like it's almost like saying like he didn't think that was the right move, because
See,
I think what we're doing is building something by bringing in a new coach and bringing in a new system. That's exactly what we're doing, is we're building something new.
what it sounded like to me is almost like I hope he didn't mean this, but it like sounded like he was giving up on some of the younger guys. He was giving up on the team a little bit and saying like this isn't working right now. We're not going anywhere. We're not building anything. And when you got guys like Ant or Culver or even D'Lo and Cat, who are the leaders of this team and who have to lead this team, that's not good to put that in their ear. Nor Malik. I'm sure Malik's probably pissed. I mean, I'm sure that's something he would be pissed about.
Usher, did you know he looked? I was at work and they had like his podcast for some. It was weird that they had his episode of the podcast on before the game. Like, you
Yeah.
know how they do Wolves Plus or whatever.
Yep. They have Malik's on.
Yeah, they had Malik's on. I'm like, all right, like we probably should not be promoting Malik Beasley right now after what's going on with him. But
Yeah.
yeah, they said he looked like Usher, and I was like, I can see that. That's kind of funny.
But yeah, I didn't love the comments actually. Some people praised it in the like we love how Ricky's being brutally honest. I mean, you can be brutally honest, but like at the end of the day, Ricky, you're the one that's supposed to shift the culture. You're the one who's supposed to come in here and help these young guys build something. And if you're saying this right now, that means you failed too. It's not just the team that's failed. That means you failed.
Yeah, like who are you pointing at, Ricky? Who are you pointing at? You point at the coach because he's gone. Now there's a new coach. Like there's no one to really.
You can't point fingers at Chris Finch yet. No one. We don't even. I don't even know if he's implemented an offense. It's probably just a bunch of pick and roll.
He's had one practice, and was someone holding up a mirror during that Zoom call? Was he talking to himself? Was it a deeper meaning? Is that what Ricky was trying to get at? Is the only thing that would make sense to me, because
the thing that I like got from that is like, wow, like, I don't know. I'd take those comments as like, you almost don't want to be here. Like you almost don't believe in here. And
it's kind of a way of declaring is like demanding a trade without demanding a trade. That's just kind of how I know that probably wasn't what he meant, but it seemed like he was almost saying like, I'm out. Like, that's it. Like, get me out of here. Get me on a contender.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
He saw the Suns playing and he used to play there. And he's like, that's like, get me out. Like, I want to go back to a team like that. I want to be the starting point guard on the team where I don't have too much pressure to score and I can facilitate and everyone loves me. And I can just be Ricky.
And like, he never wanted to leave the Suns was the one thing too. He got traded. To me, it actually sounded like he wanted to be traded, and maybe he does need new scenery because obviously it's just not working here. I don't know, and you can't blame that on the teammates. I mean, you have to take some self responsibility of why it's not working. You can't just have a bad season and like expect to be traded. And
well, let me ask you this: which one of his teammates, which one of these younger teammates that he's talking about is making him shoot fadeaway, mid-range layups late in game? Who is that? Anthony Edwards? Is that Jaden McDaniels? Which one of them is making him do that? Is that the coach that's saying, okay, Ricky, you're going to go take a fadeaway layup right now? Because that's what we need.
Ryan Saunders seemed incompetent at times, but I would hope that the plays he drew up were not Ricky Rubio just taking one-legged mid-rangers.
I don't think they were. That play up.
I don't think they were. I really think Ricky just did that. Like I'm sure those shots were either supposed to go to Malik, Cat, or Anthony Edwards. I'm sure of it.
For me, it kind of seems like every basketball team you're on at oh God. Oh, I lost you for a sec there. I think
I just lost you. Yeah, I lost. Hold on.
We back now?
All right, we're good.
All right, so back. Any team that I've been on at like the high school level, there's always that one senior on the team that doesn't play. It's just kind of there along for the ride. And at first they're super, super hyped up, super excited. Like they're fine not playing. Like they're happy to see the younger kids playing. They're getting excited on the bench. But then at a certain point in the season, they kind of hit the wall and they're like, I want to like they just get mad. And like that's just kind of the comparison I guess I'm seeing with Ricky. Like he's an older player, but he's not really a leader on the team. So
Agreed. There is no leader on the team. I think Malik's kind of a leader. It's just he's not playing. Like, there is no real like from what I saw from James Johnson last year, he's a leader. Like he knows how to lead. He leads by example. He leads by physicality. He leads by defending his players. Um, we don't have that right now. I don't think we have like a Nikola Pekovic. I don't think we have like a Kevin Garnett. I don't think
no.
we have a Kevin Love. I don't think we have one of those players right now who's actually going to take responsibility and take account for this team and lead
Who
it, because we always say Cat needs to do that. And I think this year he stepped up a little bit. I think he's making comments. I'm like, okay, that's something a leader would say. I really do it. I'd agree with that. So I think maybe, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. I think our best shot at a leader is someone that you wouldn't expect really to be a leader yet because he's so young, but I think Anthony Edwards really has that
He
leadership
is.
mentality and
He is, man.
and like that's I think not this year it's tough to be a leader when you're a rookie, but I see next year or the next year I think he can really be the guy that steps up as the leader for this team just cuz dude, that guy like I know we love LaMelo. I know LaMelo is a great player, but something about Anthony Edwards' personality is just it's ridiculous. Like I don't know how he can be so happy and so joyful even after a loss, even after he plays bad. He's still positive. And like that's what a leader is. Like a leader is a guy that isn't gonna salt like he's upset when they lose for sure, but he's not gonna like tear down his teammates. Nothing like that. Like I could never see Anthony Edwards tearing down a teammate.
Yeah, he's always hyping his teammates up on the
He's
bench.
accountable too.
He holds himself accountable for his
Mhm.
actions. Whenever he has a bad night, he goes and shoots. He is a leader already. I think he's got that alpha dog mentality. He wants to be better than the next player on the court. Like you saw him going at LeBron, you saw him going at Russell Westbrook,
Chris Paul.
Chris
He's
Paul.
that
Like
fadeaway on Chris Paul was I saw him do that and I was like, who was guarding him? And then I saw it was Chris Paul and I'm
that a
like
boy. He's
that
grown
one
up.
might
He's grown up.
Yeah, that one might be like more of an iconic shot than the one against LeBron because Chris Paul has proven that he is one of the most elite point guards in the NBA for so many years, and he's such a great defensive player. And for Ant just to back him down and fade away like that just again